Cayman's first choice for news is next. You're watching Cayman's own Cayman 27, with you every day. From Television Center, this is News 27 at 6. News 27 is brought to you by First Caribbean International Bank. Get there together. Digicel, Cayman's bigger, better network. Foster's Food Fair. At Foster's Food Fair, we care. And Kirk Home Center, a great deal in store for you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm April Cummings, in tonight for Donna Bush. Tonight, a local pastor provides a first-hand account of what it's like on the ground in earthquake-stricken Haiti. January's 7.0 earthquake killed nearly 250,000 people there, and Rev Louis Sully says the country is still grappling with immense loss. News 27's Tammy Suleiman joins us now with more. Tammy, you spent some time with him over the past couple of days. What was the experience like?
That's right, April. We did sit down and talk with Rev Sully. Now, he says the problem is getting aid where it's needed most. Rev Sully has been living in Cayman for some time, but when the earthquake struck Haiti, he went back to his birthplace to help. We gave Rev Sully a small camera to capture his experience, and when he came back, he sat down with me to talk about his difficult trip back home. Louis Sully, local pastor and Haitian-born, loads up this twin-engine plane with supplies from Cayman, blankets, canned goods and clothes. Just 2 hours later, the plane lands in Haiti. Mr. Sully knows the situation is bad, but he's still not prepared for what he sees.
It was about a 3-story building and has become to ruin.
Watching that footage now, he recalls those first few moments.
Because I went there to support them, and when I saw the situation, I could not hold it up. You know, I burst crying.
6 weeks after the quake, toppled homes, destroyed buildings, no electricity and no running water prove the situation is still desperate. Reverend Sully believes the number of homeless is double the official estimate. He thinks 2 million are left like this, with nothing but a piece of tarpaulin over their heads. Mr. Sully speaks to women like Ruth Pierre. She had 6 children. 2 died in the earthquake. She has no house, no shelter, and no husband to help her and her remaining children.
There is no sense of hope. And for them to be able to get a sense of hope, they need to see something going on. What is being delivered to these people here?
He's talking about relief aid. Reverend Sully says he saw firsthand it's not being distributed properly, leaving thousands like those in the suburb of Carrefour helpless. Reverend Sully speaks with this government minister who says foreign aid workers simply don't know which areas need help most and must work with local groups. So, Mr. Sully takes his Cayman supplies here to the locally based Center of Christian Development in Carrefour.
The people said, you know, I am like a savior to them. Though what I brought was very minimal, but in that big community, they never get anything.
But the most painful part of his trip is seeing for himself the thousands of homeless orphaned children.
And looking at them in the street, and there is no one to care for them. And it is very emotional. And when you look at that, it's the only thing you could do is to cry.
With the presidential palace still in ruins, he knows it may take decades for these people to recover. He hopes Cayman won't forget that help is still desperately needed. Now, Reverend Sully says if you want to help, the best thing to do is to work with an organization like the Red Cross, which has a local chapter in Haiti. That way you know the help will get to where it's needed most.
Tammy, how is it people are supposed to donate? We've heard some conflicting things. Is it money still? Can they send relief supplies? How does all that work?
Well, in the aftermath, the Red Cross only wanted monetary donations. But now, Reverend Sully says Haiti is in desperate need of building supplies. He says tarpaulins can only last so long. And he's worried about when the rainy season comes in May, what will happen to all those millions of homeless people. What I would suggest is if you want to contact the Red Cross, which is still coordinating relief from Cayman, you can get those building supplies to Haiti.